can turn the world on with her smile, who can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile. Well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. With each glance and every little movement you show it. Love is all around, no need to waste it. You can have the town, why don't you take it? You're gonna make it after all. You're gonna make it after all.
Welcome back to Talk of the Town. I'm Ted Baxter, chatting pleasantly with Father Terence Bryan of St. Dominic's Church. Father, before we broke for the commercial, you said that your church was located in the Edina district, one of our wealthiest neighborhoods. And yet you told us the attendance is good.
That's right.
I mean, I don't get it. I mean, what do rich people need to pray for? I mean, they've got everything, right, Father?
I guess sometimes they have to pray for forgiveness for how they got everything.
That just doesn't seem fair. I mean, some poor guy's praying for food and he can't get through because some rich guy's there ahead of him praying for a digital watch. You know, the kind with no hands. Press a button, little numbers light up. You want to know the time? Shockproof and waterproof. His golden expansion band. God, I'd like to have one of those.
You mean like this one?
Oh.
That's a gift from my parishioners. I must admit, Ted, sometimes I do think I'd be more useful working in a less affluent neighborhood.
Well, why aren't you, Father?
Well, you remember what the Bible says, Ted. How hard it is for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. So, in a way, I am working for the underdog.
That's pretty good, Father. If you weren't a priest, I'd say you had a sense of humor. Now then, Father, can you shed a little light on the Edina Community Exchange program you're involved in?
Well, we've arranged for youngsters of different economic backgrounds to spend weekends at each other's houses. And, well, we hope it'll break down some of the suspicion and distrust they have towards each other.
Oh, well then, Father, can you shed a little light on the Edina Community Exchange program you're involved in? Oh, whoops, I'm sorry, but we just ran out of time. Thank you for being with us, Father Bryan. Next week, we'll meet another fascinating person from our town, tree surgeon Virgil Davis. I would have been a tree surgeon, but I can't stand the sight of sap. Now, this is Ted Baxter saying goodbye, and thank you for watching Talk of the Town.
Okay, thank you, everybody.
Hey, it was great working with you, Father. You're a terrific guy. And if you ever run for cardinal, you got my vote.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Oh, you're welcome. I enjoyed it.
Listen, that thing you're doing with the kids sounds really good. I was thinking it might make an interesting documentary. I'd love to talk to you about it.
Oh, sure. Well, if you're not doing anything right now, why don't we have a cup of coffee?
All right, good.
Good.
Oh, and I want to apologize for some of the questions Ted asked. Sometimes he gets a little carried away.
Oh, that's all right, Mary. We're all God's creatures. It just goes to show you that even he can have an off day.
Hey, what are you working on, Mayor?
Oh, that show with Father Bryan. Mr. Grant really likes the idea. He said if I can get the budget down and present it to the station manager.
Steve Murray, how about some lunch?
Oh, no, thanks, Ted.
Ted, on the documentary, would you be willing to work for a little less than you normally do as a favor to me?
Well, Mary, I got a sick aunt who's got hospital bills. I got a cousin who's out of work, and I got a mother who needs rent money.
Right. He doesn't give to them. Why should he give to you?
Oh, well, maybe Father Bryan will have some ideas when he gets here.
You two are having lunch again?
Mm-hmm.
Gee, Mary, that makes 3 times this week. Well, I can understand that. I used to have a crush on the Flying Nun.
Mary, you finished your budget?
Yeah, just about. I still have a few problems, but I'm going to have
Say, Lou,
lunch with...
have you heard the latest? Mary's dating a priest.
Ted, that's not funny. Father Bryan's a man of the cloth.
Yeah, so was Tarzan. You know what a swinger he was.
A joke.
Oh, hiya, Father.
Hey, Murray. Ted. Mary, you ready?
Yeah, just about. Give me 1 minute.
Hey, Father, great threads. You know, I always thought you priests had to wear that collar.
Ah, but that's silly. I mean, you don't wear it in the shower. Or you don't play tennis with it or at the beach.
No, if we did, we'd get a funny tan, huh?
Hello there.
Hi.
I'm Sue Ann Nivens, Miss Sue Ann Nivens.
Terrence Bryan.
Well, tell me, Terrence, are you new here? I hope.
I'm just waiting for Mary. We're going to lunch.
Oh, lunch. Dark place, candles, wine. I'll bet that's how you operate.
As a matter of fact, it is.
Oh, I see you two have met.
Oh, yes. Not bad, Mary. You must be doing something right, although I'm damned if I know what it is.
There's something I don't think you understand. This is Father Brian. He's the priest at St. Dominic's.
And I'm the Queen of Romania.
I'll explain.
No, I was almost 20 years old before I made up my mind to go into the church. For a long time, I was trying to decide whether I wanted to be a priest or a baseball player. As a matter of fact, I played 2 seasons of semi-pro ball.
Oh,
You know, and then one night I heard a voice telling me to give up baseball. It was the manager of the team.
Bill, are you ready to order, Father?
Well, what are we drinking today?
Oh, I think I'll just have a Virgin Mary. Make that a tomato juice.
One virgin tomato juice. And for you, sir?
I'll have a martini. Mary, you don't mind my being dressed like this, do you?
Well, no, not if you don't mind my being dressed like this. Why would I mind?
Well, it's just that when I'm wearing that collar, there are a lot of things I can't do without attracting attention.
Like what?
Well, for instance, I can't go to R-rated movies. Can't sit at the bar and have a drink. I can't even visit a sick friend without the whole family saying, "This is it." Believe me, a lot of things a priest can't do.
Well, I guess the church does have...
No, it's not the church, Mary. It's the parishioners. They don't want me to have any fun. And then they go out and have extra fun. First they have theirs, then they have mine. You know? And then they come to confession and tell me what I missed.
It's wonderful, though, that you can joke about it like that.
I don't know, Mary. Church is changing awful fast. You know, I have a friend I was in seminary with, and the other day he told me he'd met a woman, fallen in love, and was leaving the priesthood. He asked me what I thought. I jumped on him pretty hard, but then I started thinking, what would I do if I were in his position? I mean, it's not inconceivable that someday I might meet a woman, fall in love. I'm not sure I'd know how to handle all that. Oh, nuts. Here I am. We were having a great chat, and I had to go and get serious. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's all right. It's really... Listen, it's not every day a girl gets a priest to confess to her.
Hey, Mary, you know something? You're terrific.
Oh, thank you, Father.
No, call me Terry.
All right, I will.
Hey, relax, Mayor. They're bound to approve the show.
No, Murr, it's not the show I'm worried about.
Well, what is it?
I don't know, Murr. Call it woman's intuition or a gnawing feeling in my gut.
I'd rather call it woman's intuition.
I don't know. Maybe it sounds crazy, I know, but ever since Father Brian told me about his friend leaving the priesthood because he fell in love, I just had this nagging feeling that Father Brian's attracted to me. No, it's crazy. No, it isn't, Murr. I mean, I know I have certain... I mean, men have told me. Well, some men have told me that I'm appealing, nice to be with, sexy. Who knows?
Oh, forget it, Mayor. A priest just doesn't leave the church for little things like that. Oh, I'm sorry, Mary.
Oh, it's all right. And you're right. I mean, the more I think about it, the more I realize he's a dedicated man.
Mary, the show's approved. Go do it.
Oh, Mr. Grant, that's wonderful. Thank you. Well, wait a minute. Don't you want to tell me anything? Give me any advice?
Yeah. Don't screw it up.
Way to go, Mayor. Way to go.
Oh, thanks, Murph. I can't wait to tell Father Brian. You don't know how excited he's going to be. Hello, Terry. Guess what? Yeah, just a minute ago. Isn't that wonderful? Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. Tonight. My place, sure.
What is it, Mayor?
He wants to postpone the show. He's, thinking of leaving the priesthood.
Mary, would you stop pacing? You're driving me crazy. You're pacing inside, aren't you? Okay, Mary, go on and pace.
Oh, thanks.
Anything wrong, Mary?
Yeah, Mr. Grant. There is. But I don't want to bother you. I mean, I can see you've got worries of your own.
That's right. You know that picturesque lakefront cottage I bought for my retirement? My whole side of the lake is covered with slime. And yesterday, I spilled spaghetti sauce on the most expensive sports shirt I own.
The yellow one.
The yellow one. And to top it off, my daughter thinks she's in love with a Christmas tree salesman.
Well, Mr. Grant, I don't think I will bother you with my problems. It's something I should work out myself anyway. I just don't think you can handle it.
Get in here. What do you mean you don't think I can handle it?
Well, Mr. Grant, I do appreciate your concern, but I just don't think it's something you could understand.
Mary, when have I ever not been understanding? Have you ever had anything bother you when you couldn't come to me? Huh? Your welfare is one of the most important things in the world to me. I'm on your side. So tell me, I'll understand.
Well, Mr. Grant, I'm afraid that Father Brian is thinking of leaving the priesthood because he thinks he's in love with me.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. A priest? What'd you do to him, Mary?
I didn't do anything.
Oh, you must have done something. I don't understand you at all. Why a priest? You're an attractive woman. You can have any man you want. A doctor, a lawyer, a Christmas tree salesman.
Now, just look, Mr. Grant, I spent some time with Father Brian, but I did nothing that would lead him to believe that we were anything but friends. I enjoyed his company. I tried to make him enjoy mine, but I did nothing. Repeat, nothing of which I am ashamed. I'm just sorry I brought the whole thing up. You haven't been any help whatsoever.
No, you just hold on. Just hold on. You came in here a few moments ago like a confused, scared, timid little kid. And now, you're a confident, secure woman, completely in control of the situation. And you say I didn't help you?
Yeah, well, thanks, Mr. Grant. Good night, Murr.
Good night. Oh, and good luck tonight.
Yeah, thanks. I'll need it. I tell you, I'm so nervous I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, say, Mary, you said to remind you that tomorrow you wanted someone to come paint my dressing room and get that new chair in.
Yeah, right. Thanks, Ted. Ted! I did not say that.
Does too know what she's doing.
What's she so upset about?
Well, Mary's seeing Father Brian.
Ah, Father Brian. Love is a strange and wondrous thing, you know, Mary. It brings together such totally different people.
What are you talking about, Ted?
Well, he's a priest, she's a producer. He's a man, she's a woman. He's a Catholic, she's a Christian. Father? Couldn't happen to a nicer priest.
Hey, Mary just left.
Oh, yeah, well, I just wanted to apologize to Lou for backing out of the show. You know? Is he in there?
Oh, yeah. Look, Father, I gotta run, but before I do, you know, when I was first married, I used to run right home after work. And now, 20 years later, I still do. The only difference is, then I did it because Marie and I were in love. And now I do it because if I'm late, she gives my dinner to the cat. Think it over.
Oh, Lou.
Oh, hi, Father.
Listen, I just wanted to tell you how sorry I am about, dropping out of the documentary.
Oh, no. That's all right. That's all right. Why don't you sit down?
No, I can't. I'm meeting Mary, and then after that, I got an appointment with my bishop, so I'll see you later, huh?
Yeah, Father, there's a little story I'd like to tell you.
Is it a long story, Lou?
Oh, no. Believe me, I'll make it as brief as I can.
Okay, if it's important.
Yeah, it's very important.
All right. Well, where you going?
Well, I gotta get a drink. I can't tell you a story like this without a drink.
Well, you're only going to need one glass.
Why, you drink with a bottle?
No, I don't want any. Lou, you said it wasn't going to take too long.
That's right. It's just a short little story. Now, you see, when I was a kid, about 12 years old...
Lou, give me a hint. How old are you when the story ends?
You're making it longer.
All right, sorry.
When I was a kid, about 12 years old, I used to pass by this bicycle store every day, and there was this bicycle in the window. It was beautiful. It was red and silver, had handbrakes.
Lou, I believe you. The bike was beautiful.
I wanted that bike more than anything in the world, but we couldn't afford it. However, my best friend Pete, his father got him that same bike on his birthday.
That's an interesting story, Lou.
It's not over yet. Now, here's the thing. 2 days after Pete gets the bike, he's riding along. Beer barrel falls off a truck. Peter hits it. Breaks both legs. I wanted that bike real bad. But I was better off not getting it. See my point?
No, I don't.
Let me explain it. Now, maybe you didn't understand because I might have left out some important parts.
Lou, there couldn't have been anything left out of that story.
You got 12 years old,
Yeah.
handbrakes, beer barrel, broken legs.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's the point?
Here's the point. You shouldn't leave the priesthood for any woman. You get the point now?
That point I get. That point is clear. But that's not why I'm thinking of leaving. It's just that I can't continue as long as I'm hounded by doubts. Lou, these doubts go right to the heart of why I became a priest. I'm caught in a deep and tormenting and agonizing moral crisis.
That's wonderful!
Just forgive me for rushing around like this while you're here. It's just that I'm expecting someone and I have to get ready.
That's okay, Mary. I didn't come over to see you.
You didn't come over to see me?
No, I came over to stick by you.
Well, thanks, Georgette, but why do I need to be stuck by?
Mary, Ted told me everything, and I'm 100% behind you. Last night, I admit I had a moment of doubt, I kept saying to myself, Mary is a terrific person, and she must have a wonderful reason for tempting a man away from God. But I couldn't think of it.
Georgette, I am not tempting him away.
I'd buy that.
I don't want him to leave the priesthood.
I'm so relieved. I wouldn't want other women calling my best friend a church wrecker. Mary, does he know you're not tempting him?
Well, he will. I'm going to tell him tonight.
Oh, gee, I never knew anyone who had to kiss off a priest before.
Hello,
Hi.
Father. Come in. Father, I'd like you to meet my friend, Georgette Franklin. This is Father Brian.
How do you do?
Hello, Father. I'd like to talk to you sometime. I'm thinking of converting.
Well, I'll be happy to talk to you.
Thank you. I thought I'd give him something to stay in for.
Father, I want to say something to you. I know just what it is, so I'm going to just say it very clearly and straight out.
Sure.
Father, I'm really just so very flattered that you like me, and I really like you too. But see, I don't my feelings for you. I mean, if you are thinking of leaving the priesthood for
Mary, I'm not thinking of leaving the priesthood for you.
You're not.
No.
You mean there's someone else?
I'm not leaving for anyone except me.
Oh. Well, you see, I thought when you told me about your friend who left the priesthood because he fell in love, well, I thought that it might be that you could have fallen into love. Not that funny.
Mary, that's hysterical.
Yes, I guess. But I mean, I thought, what's inconceivable, I'm not really all that unattractive. Father, would you please stop laughing?
Mary, I'm sorry. I'm just so funny. I was so tied up in my troubles, you see. I didn't even notice you.
Oh, well, no, that's
I'm sorry.
okay.
Really, someone will come along eventually. No, Mary, listen, it's nothing to be ashamed of. A lot of people your age come to me worried about meeting someone,
Yeah, really, that's okay. What?
Mary, we have some wonderful dancers over there at the church, do you know? We have an over-30s club.
No, it's really...
I'm sorry. I'll stop trying to solve your problem and start working on mine, huh? Okay?
Okay. Would you like some coffee?
No, thanks. I better go. I'm going to go talk to the bishop about taking some time off to think things through. There's a kind of retreat the church has set up for that kind of thing.
Well, you go there and you do some really good thinking, and then when you get back, I want to hear from you.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I know you're really going to like working with this priest who's replacing me on the project. Really good-looking guy. 6'2", blonde, blue eyes.
Get out.
And so these 30 Twin City youths go back to their own lives, knowing as they never did before how the other half lives. Good night from your reporter, Ted Baxter.
Stay tuned for Gilligan's Island. A lady gorilla falls in love with Gilligan. Next on Channel 12.
So, Mr. Grant.
All right, Lou. Get on the phone.
Why? They cut us off. The show was over.
My name wasn't over.
Oh, okay. Ted, I worked over a month on this show. I would really like to hear what people had to say about it. Mr. Grant, what'd you think? Honest opinion.
My honest opinion. Considering the budget and the other problems you had, you did a pretty good job, Mary.
Thanks.
Pretty good script, too, Murray.
Oh, thanks, Lou, thanks.
And Ted?
Yeah, Lou?
You were controlled and dignified. I think you were the best I have ever seen you. Just great.
Boy, Lou, when you drink, you're really nasty.
Who can turn the world on with her smile? Who can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile? Well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. With each glance and every little movement you show it. Love is all around, no need to waste it. You can have the town, why don't you take it? You're gonna make it after all. You're gonna make it after all.
Oh, hiya, Mayor.
Hiya.
Boy, it's pouring. What brings you in early on such a rotten day?
I am choosing colors. Mr. Grant has finally allowed me to redecorate the office.
No kidding.
Yeah, and you know how he is. He hates any kind of changes, wants everything to stay the same. Walls, furniture.
Salaries.
Anyway, after 3 years, he's finally agreeable. You know something? He's agreeable to almost everything these days.
Oh, yeah?
Something certainly is pleasing him.
Yeah. Or someone.
Hey, Murray, is Mr. Grant seeing somebody?
I don't know, Mayor. I don't know. Hey, that's an interesting color. What do you call that?
Red. Murray, come on. You can tell me. Please, tell me. You know how bad you are at keeping secrets.
Yeah, well, I'm not doing bad on this one, Mayor.
Murray, tell.
I'm sorry, Mayor. Wild horses wouldn't drag this out of me.
Hi, guys.
Or wild jackasses, for that matter.
Diddle-diddle-da-dum, everybody knows. Diddle-diddle-da-dum, that she's mighty like a rose.
You're in a good mood, Lou.
Why, thank you, Ted. It must be the weather.
Mr. Grant, what color would you like for your office?
Oh, something spring-like, Mary. Something for a man who feels 25 years younger.
How about khaki?
I leave it entirely in your hands. Surprise me.
He really is happy. Murray, isn't that terrific?
Guess you heard about the great romance, eh? Kind of funny, though. Lou chasing after some dumpy middle-aged spinster.
Oh, come on, Ted. You don't know she's like that.
Well, who else would go out with Lou? It's not as if he were the Heartbreak Kid.
You know, it is funny, Mayor. Lou having a schoolboy crush.
No, I bet she wears a checkered apron and likes to make fudge.
You're the schoolboys, both of you, giggling, acting jealous. I'm surprised at you, Murray.
How come you're not surprised at me?
Notice anything different?
No. No, now that you mention it, yes. Is that a new jacket?
Women always notice.
No, I didn't at first until you said, you know, did you notice? And then, of course, I took a closer look. And
What do you think? It's velvet.
It's nice.
Nice.
Oh, very nice. Groovy.
Ruby, you don't usually use that kind of word.
You don't usually wear that kind of jacket. You going somewhere special?
Got a date. Joanna, did you ever see anyone sing into a mirror before?
Oh, yeah. Ted sings to his all the time. Mostly, and this is my beloved. So, you got a date, huh?
Yeah.
Is it anyone I know?
No.
Known her long?
Weak.
What's she like?
Nice.
What's she do?
Work.
Well, I'd love to meet her. She sounds fascinating.
Yeah. She's terrific. I really don't look right in a turtleneck, do I?
Oh, well,
It's the ears. I don't have the right ears for a turtleneck.
I think you look fine.
I look like a turtle.
Well, listen, I'd love to have the two of you drop by sometime.
Okay. When?
Oh, anytime.
Oh, Mary, when people say anytime, they don't mean it. That's the last thing they do mean.
Oh, no, I do mean it. Really, please, drop by sometime. Really, I'd love to meet her.
Okay, you'll like her.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Say, oh, Lou, great threads.
What's that odor?
Smells like burnt rubber.
It's my aftershave lotion, Ted.
Oh. What's the name of it? I'd like to get some.
Mary, meet Charlie McGuire.
Wow.
Hi.
No, wow, it's just fine. Gee, did we catch you just going out? I'm sorry, we shouldn't bust in on you this way. Come on, Lou, we ought to go.
Why should we be sorry? She said to drop by any time. Well, here we are.
So come in, please. I was just under my sink.
Here, let me take a look at that. I'm usually good at that kind of thing. That'll give the two of you a chance to get acquainted.
Thank you. Come in. I hope you'll forgive my appearance.
Why? I think you look terrific.
Yeah, I think gloves are really elegant for evening, don't you? Can I get you a drink?
Stay there. I'll get it. You two get acquainted.
Listen, believe it or not, these are my work clothes. I sing and play piano at a bar called the Quarter Note.
Oh, well, Mr. Grant never actually said. Gee, you know, it's funny. I had a different picture of you altogether. I mean, I just figured that you'd be,
Younger.
No.
Older.
No. I guess I never pictured Mr. Grant going out with anyone quite so,
Musical.
Right.
Here you go. First I fix the drink, then I fix the sink.
Oh, thank you. No, Mr. Grant, don't bother with that. Come on and join us.
No, you two are just getting acquainted. You two are getting acquainted, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh, you bet.
Oh, good. I'll just go knock the sludge out of your trap.
Well, listen, be careful. It's really dirty in there. You don't want to ruin your new turtleneck.
Gee, do you think there's a chance?
I take it you don't like it much either, huh?
Oh, are you kidding? I love it. Tonight was like being out with a 200-pound bumblebee.
So, you're a pianist, huh?
Wrong. Horowitz is a pianist. I'm a saloon singer. In fact, that's where I met Lou. He came in one night, he put $1 in the brandy snifter and asked me to sing, "The Navy gets the gravy, but the Army gets the beans." Well, that stumped me. And after 12 years on the road with a band and 3 marriages, I don't stump easy.
What band were you with? Is it one I know?
Well, did you ever hear of Jimmy Dorsey?
Sure.
Yeah? Well, no one in this band had.
Well, good morning, Sue Ann.
Hello, Mary. Are these our decorating plans?
No, these are my decorating plans.
Dear, I'd hate to see you become a laughing stock.
Oh?
To begin with, nylon carpeting. Mary, you're just kidding, aren't you? Say you're kidding.
No, as a matter of fact, I was pretty serious. I like it.
Look, Mary. Nylon carpeting.
Must be the way she tells it.
And another thing, dear. No one has used Danish modern chairs since 1959.
Oh? What do you suppose they're sitting on in Copenhagen?
Frankly, dear, I don't even like to think about it.
Murray, guess what? Last night I met Charlene, Mr. Grant's girl, and she is just simply fantastic.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
Well, what makes her so fantastic?
Well, all right, maybe fantastic is a silly word. Let's just say one of the warmest, nicest, most interesting people I've ever met.
And they say eavesdroppers never hear good of themselves.
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about Charlene.
Charlene?
Mr. Grant's girl?
How come you never think my chicks are interesting? What's so interesting about Charlene?
Well, it's hard to know where to start. I mean, well, to give you an example, she was on the road with a band when she was 16 years old.
Hey.
Yeah, and one of her husbands pitched in both major leagues. You imagine? Oh, she was the only girl on a Marine base in Korea. How about that? I mean, she was telling us stories. She had us up until 2 this morning. We were laughing.
Mary, you want to get that painter's estimate for me?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Boy, Lou, that sounds like some gal.
Yeah, she's something.
You old son of a gun. You know, I never pictured you with a band singer.
Well, what's wrong with the band singer?
Nothing, it's great. Look, when I was a bachelor, that was worth 2 nurses and a stewardess.
Hey, on the road when she was 16.
Isn't that against some kind of law?
Not if she's legally married to the trombone section.
Hey, Lou, how many husbands has she had?
What's the difference?
Yeah, right. Beyond a certain point, what's the difference? Married to a ball player, huh?
No, okay, Ted.
Oh, I
okay.
bet it didn't take Lou long to get to first base.
Drop it, Ted.
Well, Billy never
Drop it.
strikes out with her.
Come on.
I'll bet she's really teaching him about our national pastime.
Here you are, Mr. Grant. Oh, by the way, would you and Charlene like to come to dinner tomorrow night?
No, I don't think so, Mary.
Oh.
Thanks anyway.
Well, what about some other night?
I'll see, Mary. I'll see.
Who is it?
Charlene McGuire.
Oh, come on in.
Mary, good morning. Is it too early?
Hi, no. Come in.
I figured, well, with your hours and my hours, this would be the only time that we could really talk. I didn't know people really got up this early.
Once you get used to it, it's really a beautiful time of day.
Oh, yeah. What's that funny smell?
Oh, it's bacon, I guess.
You're gonna eat? Now?
Well, yeah, sure, breakfast. Yeah.
You're gonna eat all that?
Well, it's just that I think breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Oh, yeah? I always thought that was hors d'oeuvres. Listen, excuse me for just busting in like this, huh?
No, really, I'm delighted. Would you like a cup of coffee?
Oh, that I could handle.
You know, I was hoping I'd see you again.
Yeah, me too. I don't know what's gotten into our friend Sulky the bear. I was hoping maybe you'd know.
Me? Why?
Well, because you've known him longer. Is it really like him to just turn off on people? Break dates? Not return calls?
No, it isn't. It's not like him at all. Usually...
Mary.
What?
You're not going to eat cereal and eggs.
Oh, well, yeah, protein. You know, just minimum adult daily requirement is what.
Mary, I I know I can't call you my friend.
Oh, yeah, you can. I'm your friend.
Well, then what happened?
Well, my guess is that somebody said the wrong thing about you to the wrong people.
Oh, come on. Who would do a lousy thing like that?
Your new friend. Anyway, I guess I was just dumb enough to talk about your life to people who don't know you the way I do.
And they convinced Lou that a girl who had been around was no fit companion for a boy who hadn't.
Well, yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Well, that's life. Ah, silly, isn't it? But that's life. Mary, what was that?
What?
That bell.
I didn't hear anything.
Mary, a timer just went off and you...
Corn muffins?
Mary, dear, I'm afraid I'm going to have to put my foot down about Venetian blinds in the cafeteria. They're nothing but dust catchers. It's terribly unsanitary.
Well, I'm sorry, Sue Ann, but you'll have to admit that the curtains that were there before were pretty bad.
Now, Mary, I'm sure you weren't aware when you said that I designed the curtains that were there before. So I'm just going to pretend you didn't say that. I think that's part of being adult, learning to overlook the all-too-human errors that each of us is prone to. That's why I'm not going to say one word about that cruddy wallpaper in the men's room.
Did you crash the men's room?
Of course not. I went as somebody's guest.
Mary, the paint in my dressing room is wrong.
But, Ted, you picked it.
I asked for rose. That's pink. Pink is no color for a man. Pink is for girls. Blue is for boys.
Ted, flesh-colored walls needn't look naked. Let's think bold. How about hanging plants and throw rugs?
How about hanging rugs and throwing plants?
Mary, I cut this out of a magazine. Might give you an idea of the way I'd like my dressing room to look.
Ted, that's the Sistine Chapel.
Ted, I can give you just 6 minutes of top-level aesthetic expertise. Then I have to go dunk my fritters.
Oh, Murray, why does everyone complain to me? Why do I get all the flack?
Yeah, you're in charge. Besides, Lou hasn't been out of his office all day. He won't read copy. He won't make decisions. He can't even choose what color to paint his office.
And the whole thing is so silly. I mean, here he finally meets somebody he really cares about. He lets a little dumb talk ruin everything. You know, somebody ought to go in there and tell him if he breaks up with Charlene, he's crazy. All right.
Go in.
Mr. Grant, about the office decor.
Who cares?
Well, that's true. Taste is a very personal matter.
In 50 years, we'll all be dead.
Well, yes, seen in the larger sense, that is true.
So what's the difference?
Well, the difference is that the painters are going to be here tomorrow, and you still haven't chosen a color.
Okay. Black.
You can't have a black office.
Okay, not black.
Mr. Grant, you can't go on like this. Whatever happened to that wonderful man who was in here last week wearing that funny-looking turtleneck, singing that dumb song, wearing that smelly aftershave lotion? Oh, whatever happened to him?
It was too beautiful to live.
Why did you stop seeing Charlene?
Mary, she's not for me.
Why?
I just can't see myself with that sort of woman.
What sort of woman?
I can't discuss the sort of woman she is with the sort of woman you are. That's the sort of woman she is.
Oh, no, wait a minute. This is crazy. Are you telling me that you're breaking up with Charlene because she's known some other men?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
Well, I can't believe that you could be that petty and that narrow-minded and shallow.
Sure I can.
Okay, so there have been some other men.
Not some other men, lots of other men.
Well, what's the cutoff point, Mr. Grant? I mean, is there some number? You know, I'd really like to know. How many men is a woman allowed to have before she becomes that sort of woman?
6.
If that's your attitude, Mr. Grant, then I just don't think you and I have anything to talk about. I mean, if you're going to break up with a wonderful woman just because of some arbitrary standards, then, you know, boy, I don't want to have anything to do with it. It's your life, Mr. Grant. If you're going to ruin it, then, boy, I wash my hands of the entire matter. 6?
Life is just a bowl of cherries. Don't take it serious. It's too mysterious. You work, you save, you worry so, but you can't take your dough when you go, go, go. Keep repeating it's the berries. The strongest oak must fall. The sweet things in life, help yourself. To you we're just loaned.
How you doing?
So how can you lose what you've never owned?
Looking good.
Life is just a bowl of cherries.
I guess you're wondering why I
So
haven't called.
live and laugh at it all. Thank you very much. Glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, Lou, in answer to your question, I have wondered why you didn't call.
I'll tell you straight out. Excuse me, this is personal. Okay. Here it is. I'm going to lay it on the line. You've led a lot more active life than anyone I've ever known. And it was throwing me. But that's all over now. I don't care about your past. I don't care how many guys you've been with. 4, 5. We've got to look at today, the present. Clean slate, fresh start. Next case, what's new? I said this was personal.
So in other words, what you're trying to say is, you forgive me.
Yeah, that's it. I forgive you.
Lou, go home.
What do you mean?
I mean goodbye.
Boy, you made me love you. Let's show these kids us old timers can sing, too. You made me love you. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. You made me love you. Oh, yeah, and all the time you knew it. I guess you always knew it.
Charlene.
You made me happy sometimes.
Listen.
You made me sad.
Listen, I got to talk to you.
And there were times, dear.
All I
you
meant
made
was...
it so bad. Yeah, you tell her.
Hey, you want to sing this song?
I didn't want to tell you. I didn't want to tell you.
I hate this song.
I want to know that's true. Yes, I do. Indeed, I do. You know I do.
Tell him. You. I'm buying drinks for everybody. Over there. Come on. Hurry up before they run out.
Mister.
Get going. Listen, I gotta tell you the truth. Whatever I was saying before about your past, forget it. Forget it. It's not your past that's bothering me. It's my past. I haven't even got one. I guess I was trying to tell myself that you weren't good enough for me. The truth is, I was afraid that I wasn't going to be good enough for you.
good enough. Lou, I have a feeling you're going to be the best thing that ever happened to me.
Really?
Really? Give me, give me, give me, give me what I cried for.
Hey, no.
That I've done.
Hey, come on, Charlene. People are watching.
You know you made me love you.
Those walls are pink, Mary. That's not rose. Roses are red.
Violets are blue.
That paint is all wet, Ted.
And so are you.
Hey, Mary, Charlene calls. Tell her I'm in a meeting. I'll call her right back.
Right.
Charlene, the band singer? You're still seeing her, Lou.
That's right, Charlene. And I'm going to go on seeing her. She just happens to be one of the most terrific ladies I've ever met. And if anybody doesn't like it, that's just too bad.
And don't you two forget it.